Tatparamparya vidmahe Jnanalingeshwaraya dhimahi Tanno Guruh Prachodayate Om. Om Yoga Maharishi Dr. Swami Geetananda Giri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Puduvai Kalaimamani Puduvai Shakti Yogacharini Ammaji Meenakshi Devi Bhavanani Guru Mata Ki Jai. Om Shri Gurave Namaha Hari Om. Namaste, Vanakkam, Swagatam. Bonjour, buongiorno, buonasera, buonanotte. Huyamore, Boreida, Kiora, Salamat Pagi. Ayubovan, Ayushman Bhava. Shubdinam, Suprapad, Salom. 108 weeks. Yes, we all made it. We all made it. Starting on 18th of July 2020. Seems like a lifetime ago. 18th of July 2020, starting with an elaboration on the Nada Pranayamas, and today culminating in the 108th Saturday. In between, so many topics, so many days, so many discussions, so much sharing, so much growth. Well, it's all happened in between. When I was deciding a topic for today, my mind said, well, nothing is possible without the grace of the Guru. And if that is true, then well, 108 has to be in honor of the Guru. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Because in modern times we think that we can do it ourselves. Well, yes, you can do it yourself for sure, but the amount of energy expenditure, the amount of time expenditure that's going to happen in hitting dead ends again and again until finally we find the way. I often tell people, from Pondicherry, if I want to go to Chennai, which is Madras, it is 160 kilometers north of us. So what I need to do is come out of the ashram, get onto the East Coast Road, and depending on whether I want to walk there, cycle there, go on my bike or go by car, well, I get into one of these vehicles, find someone who knows how to go to Chennai and drive there. Simple. 3 hours. On a busy day, 4 hours, you are in Chennai. Now, if I don't get somebody's guidance, and if I say I am going to find it myself, and in my ignorance that is usually also associated with arrogance, usually ignorance and arrogance go together. Buy one, get one free. Most probably I'll start going southward instead of northward towards Chennai. I will go down to the tip of Tamil Nadu, Kanyakumari. I'll have to swim across the ocean down to the South Pole. In between hit Sri Lanka and say Ayubovan to all of my friends there. Go down to the South Pole and then come across the other end, come up the whole other end up to the North Pole. Again come down from the North Pole down through China, Russia and all the countries that come down, cross the high Himalayas, and if I'm lucky, in a couple of lifetimes, I end up in Chennai. And in case I start to go eastward or westward from here, I'll never reach Chennai because it's not on my trajectory at all. This is why we need guidance. We need the guidance of someone who's been there, done that. Been there, done that. That is what the role of the Guru is. Someone who knows what this experience is, especially of the inner life. If it is so difficult finding your way even on the external map of the world, imagine how many more times difficult it is to find our way on the inner map towards the spirit. This is why the Guru is not someone who just gives you advice, especially unsolicited advice. No one wants it. A Guru is not one who just has knowledge. A Guru is not one who is just guiding you. A Guru is not one who just sits up there looking very spiritual in front of all the students. A Guru is one who knows what that experience is and has the compassion to share it with each and every soul who's seeking that experience without discrimination, without division, without prejudice, without any partiality. That is what the Guru is. We have a light drizzle coming on this roof. A light drizzle is considered a blessing. Now I hope the blessings are not so much that we get washed out with a heavy rain. Light rain is a blessing, cooling things down. That Guru spirit, Guru Tattva, that manifests in our life through various living and non-living beings. The Guru Tattva manifests in our life to enable us to be guided towards who we truly are, towards our own innate divinity, towards that final goal of being Ishvara once again. Because we have lost our way, and hence because of klesha karma vipaka, we have misidentified because of the avidya, and so we have the asmita leading to the raga, dvesha and the abhinivesha. And that is why the role of the Guru is not just to look good. The role of the Guru is not just to sit there and say, Tadastu, blessings, 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 either with one hand or both hands, either at this level or this level or this level, or sometimes around your throat also, sometimes in your pocket, the modern pseudo-gurus. The role of the Guru is not to sit there and say, oh, you are wonderful, with that benign spiritual smile. You are supposed to have that benign spiritual smile, yet be very serious about it, because spirituality is serious business. Not with Dr. Ananda. The Guru is one who enables you to know yourself. Man, know thyself, and woman too. And the Guru enables us to do that. The Guru enables us to know ourselves. Because the Guru shines the light on our dark ignorance, that tamasika ahankara, tamasika ahankara, which is so strong, blocking out everything. That prakasha avaranam, that is blocking away the antar prakash, that inner luminosity. The tamasika avidya, tamasika ahankara, that is blocking everything. The Guru has to shine light so that we can know ourselves. The Guru doesn't shine light so that we will see the Guru. If they do that, it's not a Guru, it's a businessman. The light is being focused on us so that we can see ourselves, we can witness ourselves, we can grow through self-effort. The Guru doesn't do it for us. The Guru enables us to do it for ourselves by guiding us, showing us what is and what can be and how to go from what is to what can be. But the problem is when the Guru shines the light and the student sees what is, they don't like it. And so, oh, my Guru is not good. My Guru is too fat, too thin, too short, too tall, too mean. My Guru doesn't have long hair and a long beard. My Guru, blah, 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 blah. Huh? Or on the other side, you go to the other extreme. Both extremes are a problem. They throw you off balance. The other extreme is, my Guru is so good that you focus totally on the Guru and you forget who you are, what the journey is. The job of the Guru is not to make you focus on them, but to enable you to focus on yourself by their grace, which is shining that compassionate, clear light on our own essential nature, so that we can be established in Swarupe Avasthanam. Swarupa, not the Guru Rupa, but the Swarupa. And that is why the best of the Gurus is one who has no disciples left. Because all of them have made it. All of them have attained Kaivalya. Account has been balanced. Zero. Modern times, of course, we have Guru ratings. The more students you have, the more ashrams you have, the higher you are on those ratings. The great Kabir Das gave a beautiful doha where he says, Guru Govind Do Kade Kahe Lago Pai. Kabir Das is one of those examples of the highest of spirituality. Even his students didn't learn the message, okay? He says, if Guru and God both appear in front of you at the same time, you find yourself standing in front of Guru and God, whose feet do you pay obeisance to first? He asks a beautiful question. And he gives the answer. He says, Oh, Guru, you are the one who's enabled me to recognize the divine. Without the grace of the Guru, I would not know that God is standing in front of me. The Guru enables us to witness the divinity that is there. And hence, our first obeisance is to that Guru, Guru Paduka. A very, very amazing. Because if it weren't for the Guru, Bali Hari Guru Aapne Govind Diyo Milai. He is the one who enables us to know God. And that is why the Guru is placed at that highest pedestal. Not for the sake of power, not for the sake of hierarchy, but for the sake of gratitude. Gratitude for the Guru who has enabled us to witness the divinity and enables us to grow into it. Guru Govindo Kade Kakela Gopaye Bali Hare Guru Apne Jin Govindiyo Bhatta, you come to know about the divine through the Guru. Hence our first respect goes to the Guru. What beautiful teachings. This is why we say Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. It is said, Guru Adir Anadischa. Guru doesn't have beginning, doesn't have end. Guru Adir Anadischa. Guru Paramadaivatam. Guru Parataram Nasti. There's nothing higher than the Guru. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Because all our karma pala, all that karma bandha that is holding us back. Last week we saw about Adija Vyadi, Adi Vyadi, and how sage Vashishta tells Rama in the Yoga Vashishta, the essential disorder of psychosomatic nature is to be born again and again and again and nagging and nagging and nagging and nag yourself through each and every lifetime. Again and again nagging. And when Rama says, what is the remedy to prevent that disease, to eradicate that disease of rebirth after birth? And Vashishta says, Atma Jnana. Atma Jnana. Now who's going to give us Atma Jnana? Who's enabling us to attain to Atma Jnana? Abraham Maslow talks about self-actualization. Too bad he didn't meet the rishis. He would have added self-realization to it. That hierarchy of needs, you have the basic physiological needs, psychological needs, all your needs, and then you come into that need to self-actualize. But beyond that, self-realization through Atma Jnana. Who enables us to have that Atma Jnana? Who enables us to eradicate the karma bandha that is pushing us back again and again into the wheels of samsara, through the samskara vasana, klesha karma matrix. That Atma Jnana is coming through the grace of the Guru. Aneka janma samprapta karma bandha vidahine. That karma bandha that is coming from aneka janma samprapta, from countless lifetimes. Aneka janma samprapta karma bandha vidahine. How do you eradicate it? Atma jnana pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The Guru gives us that, enables us to have Atma Jnana by shining the light onto ourselves. This is why it is often said the problem is, if all of us could understand the message of the Guru, it would be fine. But instead the Guru is pointing the finger towards the destination. And the student is focused on the Guru's finger, not where the finger is pointing. One of the fallacies of modern times is people are so focused on the Guru's finger that they forget where it is pointing. My Guru has the best finger of them all. Guru finger ratings. Look at my Guru's finger, so many rings on it. My Guru's finger has the most beautiful fingernails, painted pink. Sorry, but people can be so stupid. People can be so stupid in admiring the finger and missing the whole message. We put up the photo of the Guru and miss the message. Well, all Gurus have had this problem. All Gurus have had this problem, including Jesus the Christ. Poor guy. No wonder he got nailed up, because he had such stupid students with him who didn't even know what he meant. Every Guru has had that problem. My father used to say, be careful of your ignorant disciples. When you are in samadhi and sitting there in samadhi, they'll think you have died and either bury you or burn you alive. Be careful that you lock the door before you go into samadhi, because your stupid disciples may do that. The second thing he said is, be careful of your students, because if you leave the ashram and go out, they may lock it and not let you in, lock you out. He told that to a very famous guru in the 80s. Because that guru was saying, oh, my students can do everything, my students are taking care of the ashram, I just have to float in and out. And Swamiji said, be careful. Well, the next thing you heard was, the guru got kicked out of the ashram. But this thing of ignorant disciples missing the whole message of the guru doesn't just happen in recent times. Even Kabir Das, I told you Kabir Das, what a beautiful message he gave us. Kabir Das had disciples who were both Hindus and Muslims. He himself was a cross in that way. So when he dies, his disciples are fighting. The gurus left the body, give him a proper, farewell to a samadhi and all that. Instead they are fighting. The Hindus are saying, we are going to cremate the body. We are going to cremate the body as per Hindu tradition. And the Muslim students are saying, we are going to bury the body as per our tradition. Poor Kabir Das had only one body. And they are busy fighting about it. I told you, be careful of ignorant disciples. They are fighting, and suddenly what happens? The body disappears. I love these stories. The body disappears, and in its place is a huge pile of flowers. Something like Ramlinga Vallala in Vadalur nearby, who had the same type of thing. The students were fighting, and he just merges into the light. He just merges into the light, that luminosity. He becomes the Jyoti. Arutperum Jyoti, Arutperum Jyoti, Tanipperum Karunai, Arutperum Jyoti. He becomes that Jyoti. Similarly, here the body disappears, and in its place is this pile of flowers. Now you would think these stupid disciples would say, wow, what a miracle. We guys have been so wrong fighting about this. We should transcend religion. We should transcend all human-made barriers. All barriers are human-made. The divine has no barriers. The divine does not discriminate. Full stop. We humans discriminate, not the divine. In the eyes of the divine, we are all one. You would have thought that these guys would have had some sense. They have been students of Kabir Das. What an amazing rishi in modern times. I consider Surdas, Mirabai, Kabir Das, all of them as rishis of modern times. Modern in the sense of, in Indian modern means a couple of thousand years. You go to Indian temples and they say, this is a recent temple. And people are like, oh, built in the last 50 years. They say, no, 1,500 years old. Recent temple. For us, thousands and thousands of years, we are used to it. You would think these students would have learned something from the Guru. So what did they do? Instead of saying, wow, this miracle has occurred, Gurudev has taught us that we have to transcend all of this. You know what they said? Wow. Now we can divide the flowers in half. And so they divided the flowers in half, and the Muslim students buried the flowers and the Hindu students burned the flowers. Poor Kabir Das. No wonder these people don't come and incarnate again on this planet. Once you have experienced human stupidity, you don't want to come back. I'll tell you that much. That is why the great Siddhas say, I don't want to be born again. Oh my God, oh Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. I don't want to be born again. They keep on asking this because human stupidity is infinite. Albert Einstein, a guy I love, and yesterday one of our students from Canada, she sent a beautiful t-shirt to me as part of her dakshina for the Nada Yoga course we were running with Sangeeta. And you know that t-shirt, I was tempted to wear it today, is of Albert Einstein. There's a beautiful painting of Albert Einstein on that t-shirt. You will see a selfie with it soon. Albert Einstein is said to have made a statement. He said, there are only two things infinite in this. There are only two things that are infinite. One is the universe and the other is human stupidity. And he said, I'm not too sure about the universe. Human stupidity is infinite. I'll tell you that much. Human folly. We have the greatest of gurus and we miss the message because we are so focused on the finger, not where the finger is pointing. That is why the Siddhas say, I don't want to be born. I don't want to be born. To be born. Pirava means I don't want to be born again and again. And if I am born again and again, at least may I always have in my mind you, O Lord Shiva. Piravaram tarum pemane piravaram tarum pemane piravaram tarum பிறந்தாளுன் திருவடி மரபாபரம் தாரும் மாநில மேலினி பிறபாபரம் தாரும் இறைவா மறுபடி பிறபாபரம் தாரும் பிறந்தாளுன் திருவடி மரபாபரம் தாரும் மாநில மேலினி பிறபாபரம் தாரும். They wanted that liberation. How do you get that liberation? Atma Jnana. Who enables you to have that Atma Jnana? Atma Jnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. That is why the Guru is exalted next to Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. It is said, there is no tattva higher than the Guru tattva. Na Guru Radhikam tattvam, na Guru Radhikam tapaha, na Guru Radhikam tapaha, tattva jnanat param nasti, tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. That is the Guru spirit, that is the Guru tattva that we are trying to tap into. And that Guru tattva can come in so many forms if we have eyes to see and a brain to function, a heart to feel, a mind to understand. That Guru tattva can manifest in so many ways in our life. I have been blessed that both my parents have been my gurus. But it doesn't mean they have to be Swami Geetananda and Meenakshi Devi Bhavanani. They don't have to be Swami Geetananda and Meenakshi Devi Bhavanani for them to be gurus. Your parents can also be your gurus. The person next door can be a guru. Your partner can be a guru. Your children can be your gurus. Your dog and cat can be your guru. Well, your car can also be your guru. I told you, living and non-living. Your house can be your guru. Your country can be your guru. It's tough to say, but your politicians can also be your gurus. That's a tough one. Because the Guru is enabling us, the Guru Tattva is enabling us to finally witness our own self. Anything that puts you on that track, anything that sheds light on darkness, which is what Guru is all about. And just like the sun coming up in the morning, dispelling all the darkness, the light of the Guru enables us to realize what lies within. And what lies within is such a priceless diamond. What a priceless diamond we are. In our Yantra teachings in this Gitananda tradition, we talk about the birth path, the life lesson, the Dharma Marga, and we put that number in a diamond because all of us are potential diamonds. Whether we'll manifest that potentiality or not is a different story for another day. We are potential diamonds. Every atom of carbon is a potential diamond. Yeah, that's a nice statement. Every atom of carbon is a potential diamond. Every Atma is potentially Ishvara. And that is why in Indian culture there's nothing like a cursed soul. Because every Atma is a Vishuddha Atma. Every Atma is potentially the Brahman. The potentiality is there. Whether it will get actualized or not depends on the Guru Tattva. The Guru Tattva is the catalyst that enables that potential to manifest. Otherwise it will remain potential. Often in school, the teachers tell the parents, your child has immense potential. You have to be careful when teachers say that. So many of my teachers used to tell that to Amma. And then there was one teacher who said, this guy is too naughty. That person realized who I was. But they always say this. Like Lakshman sir, my Natya Guru, he used to say, Ananda was so naughty, it is so tough to find him on the ground. He'll always be in the trees or climbing up something. He will not be on the ground at all. I think, I made a mistake of career choice. Spider-Man would have been a good one. Actually, Superman was my first choice, but anyway. Climbing up always. But coming back to seriousness. Teachers tell the parent in the parent-teacher meeting, your child has great potential. I've always will that potential manifest or not? Because every carbon is potentially a diamond, but much of the carbon ends up as coal. Some of it ends up as graphite. Coal just burning away. Graphite writing other people's stories. How much of that carbon becomes what it can be? What we can be, we must be. What we are, we must be. Just be. Isn't that what it's all about? Just be. That message is what the Guru gives us, and right from my childhood I have seen that in living form. I have seen the Guru Tattva in living form through Swamiji Namaji. I have seen that Guru Tattva manifest through so many of my wonderful teachers and mentors. Many of them would not like the word Guru to be associated with them. Again, what we find is that those who are often don't want to be called it, and those who are not often call themselves it. If people run around saying, I'm a guru, watch out. It's like those who run around saying, I'm a yogi, watch out. If you have to call yourself that, most probably you are not that. Imagine you have to walk around saying, I'm human. If you have to call yourself it, most probably you are not. I've seen that manifest through so many. And what we find is that Guru Tattva to which we bow, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, it manifests when we are capable of removing that which is not the Guru Tattva. That which is not has to be removed for that which is to manifest. Just like the sculptor takes away from the stone that which is not the statue, so that the statue can emerge. You don't really carve the statue, you are carving away that which is not the statue, so that the statue can emerge from that rock. That is what the Guru is doing, chipping away. Now sometimes when you are chipping away, when the Guru chips away, it hurts. And that's why Swamiji used to tell us, he said, I stopped doing all surgeries. But he said, the one I still do is egodectomies. The term dectomy means to cut and remove. Tonsillectomy, appendicectomy, hysterectomy. He said, the only one I still do is egodectomy. And he said, that I do without anesthesia. And yes, that's what Swamiji did. He chipped away at that which was not to be. And those who could withstand that became what they needed to be. Amma did it in a more diplomatic way, though I would say in the later years became more like Swamiji. I've seen this in that growth. Because, when Swamiji was this sculptor chipping away, Amma was like the person who comes and puts a hose pipe of water to reduce the heat and friction to cool things down. But then after Swamiji passed on, Amma had to do that sculptor work. As I tell her now, the problem is now I have to do, she had to do her work and Swamiji's work. She had to do her work and Swamiji's work, and now I have to do my work, her work and Swamiji's work. So you need to have 3 in 1 now. Sometimes it's very tough. Because I prefer the diplomatic role. I prefer to be the coolant rather than the hard sculptor, but then what can you do? You have been put in a place to do what you are to do. You have to do what you have to do. The Guru is not there to win popularity contests. Swamiji used to often tell us, he said, I'm not here to win an election. Whether you like me or not is immaterial. And Swamiji was, he didn't really care about it. Whether people liked him or didn't like him didn't really matter, because he was just doing what he had to do in that role. And this is why we have to be very careful, because people want you to be the Guru, but then they don't want to be corrected. People want you to be the Guru, but they just want you to stand there very benignly and say blessings, 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 blessings. That's a mannequin, not a Guru. That's a hologram, not a Guru. When you are wrong, the Guru has to correct you. And if you cannot take the corrections given by a Guru, don't call that person a Guru, your Guru. Please. It's an insult. If you don't want to be guided, don't call that person your Guru. Please. No. Often people used to come to Swamiji and they said, oh, you teach this and my Guru taught me that, and what should I do? He said, if that person's your Guru, do what your Guru is telling you to do. Why are you coming to me? Why are you coming and confusing me and yourself in the process and insulting your guru? He says, if your guru has said do it that way, please do it that way. Follow your guru. But maybe my guru is wrong. Yeah. Good. Samshaya, doubt, is one of the antarayas in the yoga darshana. One of the obstacles. See, Manjari, a genuine question, can a guru ever be wrong? The Guru Tattva can never be wrong. Someone who's in tune with the Guru Tattva can never be wrong. But somebody who's masquerading as a guru can be very wrong at times. Somebody who's utilizing the term guru for benefit can be wrong. Not sometimes, but many times. So, just because somebody is called a guru doesn't put them on a pedestal. Just because thousands of people call somebody a guru doesn't make them beyond reproach. Okay. So here we have to be very careful. There is the guru and there is those who call themselves a guru. And there's a big difference. There is the guru and then there are those who are labeled it. This is why label is a big question. The other day, I had a visitor ask me, we were having a conversation during a trip. The students had come from USA here. And after the 3 days of interaction, I had a session with a few of them and I was asked the question, are you a guru? This is a question that I hate. Because I'm not. That I'm very sure. And the person was, well, you seem so wise, you seem so able to impart the wisdom to us, you seem to be able to help us grow. Then why not? So it's an interesting question. My response is, I have seen the real thing. Once you have seen the real thing, you know you are not that. And that is why I would never call myself a guru, because I have seen the real thing. I have seen it through Swamiji Namaji. I have seen what it is to be a guru. And I get many people, they don't realize being a guru is a responsibility. It's not a position. It is not a position of power. It's not a position of power or hierarchy. It is a responsibility. Huge responsibility. We find it difficult to be responsible for ourselves. We find it difficult to be responsible for our family. We find it difficult to be responsible for our organization. Now imagine being responsible for your students also. Because once you accept that you are the guru and they are your Shishya, it's a relationship of responsibility. No going back. It's a one-way track. You cannot say that, okay, today I'll be responsible for you, but not tomorrow. Or today you are my guru, tomorrow you are not. Indian culture doesn't allow that. Indian culture doesn't allow that. This modern misuse and abuse of the term guru has led to this confusion. You can be a teacher, no doubt. You can be a mentor. You can be a guide. You can be a friend, yes. But being a guru is something else. It's all of that plus something. The whole is always greater than the sum of its parts. All the parts of being a guru, yes, a guide, teacher, all that is fine. But that is where a word like Acharya is a safer word. Because Acharya is one who is teaching by example. Your life is the teaching. It's like often I say, You should be the therapy. You don't have to give the therapy. If somebody is in dukkha and in your presence can move from dukkha to sukha, you are a therapist. You don't have to give therapy. You can be the therapy. That is where an Acharya comes in. There are Upadhyaya, there are the Sikshak. All these terms are there in Indian culture. Because there are those who can give you a lot of information about a subject, but it doesn't mean they are a guru. There are people who can entertain you, it doesn't mean they are guru. Because it is such, yes, Neeru, it is such a sacred upadhi. It is such a sacred place. Remember, Kabir Das says, if Guru and God stand in front of you, you are bowing first to the Guru. That is the status the Guru has been placed in Indian culture. Which is why anyone who's calling themselves a Guru for the sake of position, power, money, whatever nonsense it be, is the worst of humanity. Scum of humanity. Sorry, but that's the truth. It is not for the sake of material gain that someone becomes a guru. Nowadays we find this abused and misused even in India. Young kids just out of music and dance college run around saying, I am a music guru, I am a Natya guru. And people going around after 200 hours certificate in yoga, I am a yoga guru. Whenever people send me Facebook friend requests and the word yoga guru is in it, I normally decline it. If you have to call yourself a yoga guru, even if you have to call yourself a yogi, I am very, very skeptical. Even a yogi is such an exalted state. Yada hi nendriyarteshu na karmasu anushajyate sarva sankalpa samniyasi yoga ruda tada uchyate, says Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Such is the state of a yogi. Tapasvibhyo adhiko yogi jnanibhyo api matodikaha karmabhyas chadiko yogi tasmad yogi bhavarjunaha. A yogi is beyond all of that. Beyond a tapasvi. Beyond someone who can perform the karma. Beyond the jnani. Now we are talking about guru which is beyond all of this. And that is why it is so important for us to always be aware of the Guru Tattva that is there. That Guru Tattva may manifest through different people so that we can realize ourselves. That is why everyone who comes into your life can be a potential guru, because they can help you become the best version of yourself. They don't have to call themselves a guru, you don't have to call them a guru, but you need to understand the Guru Tattva is coming through them. The Guru Tattva can come through life experiences. And the more we open up to the Guru Tattva, the more it starts to guide us on our path towards becoming Ishvara once again. The past 108 weeks, starting on 18th July 2020, have been a beautiful journey. There have been many Saturdays where I didn't know if I would make it, especially sitting in the hospital. It has been a good challenge, and I think one of the reasons I've been able to keep doing it is because I know that all of you are on the other end. You're on the other side of the computer, you're on the other side of the phone. And to know that all of you are there has been a good motivation to keep sharing and caring. Now, this is not going to be the last of the sharing and caring, but this is the last of the Scintillating Saturdays for now. Who knows, we may have season 2. But for now, it's a time of completion. A time where we bring all the pieces together and understand the beautiful mala that has been created of 108 beads. 108 Saturdays that have come together to help us grow into a better version of ourselves. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnad Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. Om Dhanyavadaha. Thank you so much. Nandri Vanakkam.